Hey guys, Andy Henderson here, live from Forward Thinking. I'm your Sherpa guide, of course, and it's Friday. What do we do on Fridays? We do the reflection section. What's the reflection section all about? Well, it's my philosophy, and something I teach is on Fridays, have a bit of review of the week, have a review of, the mini wins, the successes, the progress towards your goals, and also some of the lessons learned as well. And it's good to unpack stuff, especially to a live audience. So I appreciate you listening and just keeping in tune with what's going on. So this week's been a roller coaster. I'm tired. It's been a very odd week. So many curveball opportunities hit last week, and they've been all chewing away in my head about what do I do, how do I do them, are they right for me? I don't know. And sometimes it just takes a friend and to have a conversation with someone just to unpack it and just help you understand what's going on. Even like a coach needs a coach, and I think I've got one. In fact, I've got loads of people that I turn to with particular conundrums and scenarios. And so last week I talked to you about I had this massive job offer, which was very, very odd, and potentially, it could see me never thinking about growing old and poor ever again. But it's something I don't want to do. Totally work that out. There's a potentially big collaboration afoot, which is very, very interesting, which is like pulling me in that direction a bit. There's a big opportunity I'm working on with a massive company, 5,000 employees at the moment, which is another part of the business that I've really not touched for the last 6 or 9 months, and that's going to be really, really exciting to get that one working and see where that leads us. And then we've got the Your Affordable Board stuff. The feedback's been coming in. It's been brilliant. Some ideas on how to make it better for the next session. So it's all going off. But it's funny, when you've got 4 or 5 opportunities, it feels like you're being pulled apart almost at the seams. You've been pulled this way, you've been pulled that way, you've been pulled that way. And today I sat down with a friend. You'll know him, Dave Scholes, Mindsight, Six Connections, Roast and Toast. He's proper good mate. Very good mental advisor for me to make sure my mental health is always in check. And when I feel a bit like, oh God, what's going on in my head, I always have a chat with Dave because he sorts it out. And basically today's answer was all about, Andrew, you've created Your Affordable Board with your heart, and you needed community, so you've built one, and now you're part of that community, you're integral to it. Don't take other opportunities on that are going to drag you away from what you've created space for, from a heartfelt idea, And he said, what you're doing with all these opportunities, you're stacking them all next to the heartfelt one, and you're squeezing the space that you've got now to build out Yab and to let that build and grow and evolve. And before you know it, you'll be in that position where you're juggling all those plates, and you'll be burning out again. And it's true, But when you're a bit like me, like ambitious, you like shiny things, you like new stuff, you like making a difference, anything that comes across your path where those things are exciting and stuff, it distracts you. Sometimes it almost sedates you into a thing of, oh, I'm going to go for it and have a play around with this for a bit. But actually the core business is helping people. The core business is helping business owners solve the problems, create laser guided focus in where they're going. And ultimately, I suppose it all boils down to helping people think better, feel better, and do the right things. Do the right things for themselves, do the right things for their business, their employees, their customers. And it's just taken a bit of a kick from Dave. Not a kick, a very nice kick, more of a cuddle or a hug or something. And it's just taken a bit of that this morning, just to realign stuff and think the most important thing in my business is building the community around what I do, and the community is all around the businesses I care for and support. So Yab is Your Affordable Board is really big because that's a community. The Success GPS stuff is really big because I'm creating a community around that, and they cross over, which is great. And also there's an opportunity to extend this community, this Your Affordable Board community, by working with partners who work in a similar space, like sales geeks and stuff. One of the sales geeks is a member of Your Affordable Board, which is great. I'm talking to another one of the sales geeks in the south about setting one up down there, along with a customer of mine who lives and works in the south too. It's been brilliant. And I suppose one of the great things that happens this week, and just to sidetrack a little bit, one of the great things that happened this week is one of my customers, Dave Doughty. Now, he's a private jet broker. Now, I don't mean he buys and sells private jets, because that would be crazy, right? I mean, he'd be generating millions and millions and billions of pounds worth of income. But he's a private jet flight broker, so he deals with high net worth guys, and he and women and stuff, and he books some private jet flights. He also has a rocket flight business as well to get into outer space, but that's a different story. But anyway, I've been working with Dave now, who incidentally, again, like a lot of my customers, they become really, really close friends. And Dave sent me his results for the latest quarter. He's just finished Q2. So when people finish working with me on the mapping stuff, we work on a quarter by quarter basis. Some of them I work on a month by month basis, but with Dave it's kind of quarter by quarter. And he mailed me on Monday. He said, Andy, you've got to see these results. You've got to see the results I've achieved in this latest quarter. And absolutely, I'm stoked. He emailed me all excited, and we spoke afterwards. And, he had a revenue goal for the quarter of hitting £500,000 revenue. He had a profit goal of hitting £50,000 profit. And he had a new customer acquisition goal of acquiring 16 new customers. What he achieved was unbelievable. It was amazing. So on a 500k revenue target, he achieved 1.2 million. On a 50k net profit target, he achieved £112,000 net profit. And on a 16 new customer acquisition target, he achieved 49. Just insane results. And he attributes a lot of that success down to Success GPS and helping him be really aligned and focused in what he's doing. We also did some work with his team, which was really good. So we did an exercise about marketing with the team, got the whole team involved. We did 4 sessions over 4 weeks, which helped really bring the team together as well and help them feel part of it. So that's been a really great thing this week. So all in all, not a bad week, just a lot of head mangling stuff. When there's so much like opportunity around and there's so much stuff going on. And underlying that, the core business, the very core of what I do, Success GPS, that's been quiet, but all the other stuff has been bonkers, which is weird because I put all my effort into marketing Success GPS for business. Anyway, it's weird, isn't it? It's just weird how things work out. So I've got to ask you, how's your week been? What are the successes you've made? What are the obstacles you've overcome? The little wins, the little things where you thought, yes. And if you've been moving too quickly to just acknowledge those things, sit down on a Friday, just write the stuff down. What's happened that's been really good this week? What have I achieved that's been really good? What progress have I made towards my goals? What obstacles or challenges have I overcome? Because again, if you're anything like me and you don't take time to do this, then you just end up going from day to day, week to week, battling, firefighting, winning, losing, and we just don't learn anything on the way, and we forget sometimes just how good we are. How many times have you done some work with a customer and it's made a massive difference to their business or their life, and you've just gone, great, next, and you keep doing that like a sausage factory. But it's really important to just acknowledge the fact that you've done some awesome stuff. So acknowledge it, give yourself a pat on the back, grab yourself a beer, go flipping well done, write it down, use it as a story in your social media and things, and on your website maybe. It's really, really helpful. Another good win as well, I went to a networking event this morning for marketing, because I'm always interested in learning. And I met this dude, we were talking on the table, people asked me what I do, and I said, look, I'm the Sherpa guide, and they're all like, what's that then? So I tell them about the mountains and stuff, and they go, oh, okay, that's well cool. And this guy was telling me, oh, Andrew, that all resonates with me, it's exactly, I need this. And I said, well, what do you do? And he says, well, I do video editing. I'm a video production guy. So I was like, oh, wow, this is cool. I said, well, how about we exchange a bit of my time for a bit of yours? Because I've got so bored, 6 hours of video from the first session that needs condensing down into like a 3-minute show reel, so I can use it to market it and help people understand what we're doing. And it was like, oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. So I met him this morning. I've delivered all the media around at his house, and he's up for it. And then I figured, hang on a sec. I don't just need to exchange a bit of time here, a bit of my time for his. What I can do is introduce him to the Boost course, which, essentially it's a lot of Success GPS in there, but he can do the whole thing. Instead of just doing a bit of it, he can do the whole thing, fully funded by Lancashire County Council. The guy was blown away. He was stood on his doorstep going, oh my God, I can't believe I've met you, Andrew. I can't believe all this has come from a networking meeting this morning. I've got some work in to do your video, and you're giving me all this stuff in return. To me, it's nothing. It's what I do. I like helping people. Isn't that good? So yeah, good day. Good to unpack stuff, guys. Good to unpack, and just remember who you are, and that you're flipping awesome, that you've made a difference in the world. And yeah, we've still got challenges. Yeah, well, I read a social media post the other day. In fact, the guys have been chatting with me on Messenger. Steve Bowman. Hi, Steve, if you're watching. And I read it was maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I think about this often. And it basically said, the sooner you realise as a person you're imperfect, the sooner you realise as a person you're slightly broken, the sooner you realise as a person, that you have got your little idiosyncrasies that some people don't like, but the sooner you realise that that's okay, the better. The more happy you'll be, the more fulfilled you'll be. So I know I'm not perfect. I know, I've got my little idiosyncrasies that some people think I'm a bit of a dick or whatever. But I also know I've got a massive heart and I've got a massive drive to help people. So I'm sure that the world can forgive I can forgive my little weirdnesses and challenging parts of me maybe, because I know that fundamentally I'm a really good person and I do things for the right reasons. There's so many people in my space, so many like coaches. Hi, Johnny, nice to see you, buddy. So many people in my space, so many coaches in it who just seek to manipulate. I think there's a lot of bullshit around there, and all this glitz and glamour and high produced videos and highly glitzy marketing stuff. I think people are just really suspicious of that stuff, and I don't want to do that. And I don't want to come across like that. I want you to see my heart. I want you to see that I'm an authentic guy. I've got pains and problems as much as the next guy, but I've just got a bit more information, a bit of experience about how I can help others, especially in business, to just build a really, really solid business that feels good when you work in it. It feels good when you've got some great people in it. It feels good. The culture feels awesome, and it's giving you the return that you want. And it's sorry, I keep getting messages. That's why my finger's going up and down. So I suppose that's all from me today. I'm very much looking forward to the weekend. I'm meeting a couple of my mates in the Dog, which is a local pub to me, very shortly. A couple of pints and heading into the weekend. Got a bit of work to do this weekend. Got to prepare for Monday, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. So yeah, you guys are all good. Hope you're going to look forward to the weekend, spending time with family, and I'll see you all real soon, probably Monday on my next live. See you all soon, guys. Just remember, you're only ever